gonna be awesome. I'm really excited about it. I'm sad because he's moving out of the house. Because still at the end of the day, you come home, as a parent, you like to kind of eyeball your kids and just chat with them a little bit. So that's going to be different for us, obviously. And Cass, she's still in denial on that. But it's also really cool for me because I get a chance to be with him more than I've ever been. I've never been on the football field with him, practice or anything like that. I coached him in baseball and I've been around with basketball, but I've never been on a football field with him, and I've always stayed away from that. And I know I can, because he's a good little player, and I know I can help him, and I'm excited. He's a worker, so I'm excited to just be with him. I'll be with him from about 1:30 to 8 every day, whether between pre-meetings and meetings and practice and dinner and all that stuff. So that'll be fun to watch him get out there and compete and see what he can do with those guys. And he's already he's friends with all of them and has relationships with them, so he's always kind of hung with the older kids anyway, and most of them have been guys on the team, so it's good for them to actually be teammates now.
Everybody talks about the defensive line guys with Christian. They're big personalities, but Kendall Joseph, do you feel like he kind of goes overlooked and that he might be maybe the most important piece on that defense?
Oh, he definitely goes overlooked just because he's not a flashy guy. He doesn't command a lot of attention unless you're an offensive coordinator. Now, if you're an offensive coordinator, he doesn't go overlooked when you turn the tape on. But just from probably everybody else, you're probably not rushing to go interview Kendall because he's not a flashy guy. Man, what a productive football player, and really saw it his freshman year when he went in. He had the big 4th and 1 stop, the big hit in the Oklahoma game down in the Orange Bowl, and you just saw him coming on. And there at one point Brent thought he was going to. He was in line. He was almost going to win the starting job over B.J. Goodson. It was B.J. and Kendall, and Kendall was kind of making a move to take that job, and he got hurt. And you're talking about a guy that's starting for the Giants right now, I think. Really good player. And so, I'm not surprised where he is. And he had a great year for us last year. But I'm proud of Kendall because, he didn't really, he just had to kind of go play. He kind of let Ben handle all the stuff. Ben was just going to enforce everything every day. It's a little different role for Kendall this year, and he knows that, and we need that from him. And he's done a great job. He's had an awesome summer, and the guys have such a great respect for him. He's a little like Deshaun in that regard, in that he has this. Deshaun wasn't an in-your-face guy, but you respected him so much. You just kind of fall in line, and that's kind of how Kendall is. Those guys have a tremendous amount of respect, and then he's so versatile now. He can play Michael Will, not a problem at all. Understands everything we're doing up front, and really, truly, has a great relationship with Brent, and understands what he wants, and how to get it done. So, anytime you got guys like that can make your job easier as a coach, that's an awesome thing, because that really frees Brent up. I think Brent can have a real peace of mind with what he's got at that linebacker position, because he knows he's got a guy like Kendall to kind of help him navigate it.
Is this Deion King's time to shine now?
Well, I think it's time where the light can maybe be brighter, but I think he's been shining, since he got here. From day one, he has shined. He obviously didn't finish his freshman year the right way, but he had some big moments. He put down there his freshman year, that touchdown catch he had in Columbia, South Carolina. He had some big plays as a freshman. And we made it to the national championship game that year with no Mike Williams. We got Sharon playing a different position. We got Deion, who stepped up big for us, and he wasn't a very focused Deion. He was just, hey, I'm in college. I'm happy to be here, and not a very focused football player. Whereas now he's very focused. In fact, team meeting yesterday, and he was begging Coach McCorvey to quit turning the lights off in the indoor so early. You know, he wants them on at least till 11 o'clock at night because he's just got more work to get done. So I mean, that's where he's at right now, and that's pretty cool. So and then and I think some of that is fueled, yes, by guys are gone, and you just have this sense of urgency of, okay, it's my time to lead. It's my time to really take on an even bigger role. But he had a huge role last year, you know, all season long, had some huge moments, and was really a big spark in the national championship game. I mean, he had 3 or 4 really critical plays in that game to keep drives going, and then obviously had the long run to set up a score for us. So I think he's just built on it from where he finished off last year.
I don't think we mentioned